What's up, YouTube fam? If you win your week one, you are 1-0. But if you win the waiver wire after week one, then you're setting yourself up to win your entire league. This is the most important waiver wire week of the season, I'm telling you, because this is when we find the breakout running backs, the hidden wide receiver gems, and the guys who go from no name to league winner overnight. Miss on these ads and you'll be chasing all year. Hit on them, you just tilted the whole league in your favor. Let's break down the week two waiver wire players that you need to prioritize and add right freaking meow. And hell yeah, I just said right freaking meow. If you know, you know. All right, let's get into the number one waiver wire ad right away. This is none other than Aaron Rodgers. And look, he had his revenge game against his old team. They wrote him off. They said that he couldn't play no more. He was too old. Aaron Glenn and him had a meeting, and then they just let the poor guy go. They let him go. They said he wasn't enough. Currently, he's available in any 81% of your redraft leagues on Sleeper. He finished as a quarterback 7. And as I'm recording this, guys, we still haven't had Monday Night Football happen, but I do anticipate that he'll still be, a top 10 quarterback by the end of the week with 25.7 fantasy points just this past week. He finished first in passing touchdowns with 4, and he was incredibly efficient. He didn't have to throw for a heck of a lot of yards. He didn't have to throw for a heck of a lot of volume, but what he did do was he made sure he led his team to success and to win. And there's going to be a lot of high implied point totals. Nobody thought that Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers were going to be able to put up a heck of a lot of points. Nobody thought that this game was going to be good. We wrote both of these offenses off, and both of them were absolutely spectacular, including Aaron Rodgers. He is a viable starter, way better than a Tua Tagovailoa, way better than a CJ Stroud. Like, CJ Stroud was absolutely pathetic. Aaron Rodgers is going to put the ball in the end zone. The reliability that he has with DK Metcalf was very apparent, and it showed. And his wide receiver twos, like, I know a lot of people are attacking the waiver wire right now for Calvin Austin, but it could be Calvin Austin. It could be Ben Skowronek. It could be Roman Wilson. I'm not prioritizing those guys, but I know the one constant is Aaron Rodgers, especially in that offense. And I mean, honorable mention to Kenneth Gainwell, but once again, Arthur Smith is going to Arthur Smith. I'm still leaning Jalen Warren, especially in PPR leagues. Coming into player number 2 must-add waiver wire target is Mr. Keenan Allen. In redraft format, he's available in 38% of your leagues. He is currently the wide receiver 10 with 19.8 fantasy points. He led the Chargers in targets, which was 9th on the week, despite only playing 62% of the snaps. Why is that important? Because he is just coming into the Chargers camp. If you guys recall, he didn't really do the offseason OTAs. He missed probably the first portion of the week of training camp. So he's still ramping up. He is older, but he's reliable. He has that camaraderie and that rapport with Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert went to him early and often. Keenan Allen was absolutely spectacular. I don't think we've seen him at his ceiling yet, and I think that he's a fantastic flex play wide receiver 3 option moving forward. I absolutely love him. This next guy, it pains me to say this, because when you talk about waiver wires, it's not necessarily just performances, and this guy did perform, but it's also taking advantage of recent injury news. And I hate saying take advantage of this recent injury news because, God, I love Xavier Worthy. So Xavier Worthy went down, and right now Hollywood Brown's coming in at number 3, and he's available in 60% of your sleeper leagues. He finished as wide receiver 9 in week 1 with 19.8 fantasy football points. But here's why I really like him. He led all Chiefs receivers with 16 targets. And with the Worthy injury and the Ray Rice suspension, he's the clear number 1 option in Kansas City. So I don't hate Hollywood Brown. I think Hollywood Brown's a viable starter until we get Xavier Worthy, who should be back, just based off all the analysis and the reports that we've seen. He should be back at some point this season. It could be 3 weeks. It could be 6 weeks. Who knows? But in the meantime, Hollywood Brown's an absolute smash. And the targets, the volume, the hyper focus, it's going to be there early and often. They do have a very tough matchup against the defending Super Bowl champs in the Super Bowl rematch against the Philadelphia Eagles. But I'm still going to bet on the hyper focus there, because honestly, they're going to have to pass a heck of a lot. That defensive front is going to be really good. And I understand Javonte Williams went nuclear, but Jalen Carter spat on that rushing defense, and I don't think he's going to do it twice in a row. And he's got a lot to prove this week. So yeah, we'll save the Isaiah Pacheco projections for our start sit show, which is we're going to have a bunch of start sits rolling out between Tuesday and Wednesday for all the positions. And then we're going to also break down all the tier rankings, our favorite props, kickers, you name it. We got it. All right, coming in at number 4, we got, hold on. There you go. Coming in at number 4, we got Dylan Sampson. Listen, man, I've been hyper targeting and hyper drafting Dylan Sampson all offseason in my best ball drafts on drafters. He was a smash play for me this week. If you guys look back at our waiver wire videos, I absolutely loved him. And he's still available in 58% of your leagues. He was the RB9 in week 1 with 19.3 fantasy points, led the Browns in receptions and with 8, and he was third amongst all of the running backs. He had elite usage, playing 67% of the snaps. And I'm just going to mute my phone real quick. And yeah, that's my text chime. And I think the thing that really excites me the most about Dylan Sampson, when you look at the entire scheme, the player personnel, and most importantly, the game scripts moving forward, the Cleveland Browns are not going to be able to put up a heck of a lot of points, and they're going to be playing from behind a heck of a lot. You look at the Quintin Judkins player profile, and he's more of a first down and second round player. But when you come into third and long, the receiving upside is there. It's undeniable. I'm not worried about Jerome Ford because we know who Jerome Ford is. You wouldn't add 2 rookie running backs in the offseason if you were comfortable with Jerome Ford. I'm comfortable starting Dylan Sampson moving forward, and he's an absolute league winner. Start him, blow all of your fab on him, get Dylan Sampson. He is a priority target. Please. Get Dylan Sampson. He's a priority target. All right, coming in at number 5, we got Mr. Quintin Johnston. And here's the thing with Quintin Johnston, right? I don't know if he has to be south of the equator and like go overseas in order to not drop the ball, because he was absolutely special. He was really, really productive. He found the end zone twice. He's available in 91% of your leagues. He was the wide receiver 3 in week 1 with 24.9 fantasy points, tied for number 1 in receiving touchdowns, played 53 snaps, only 2 less than Ladd McConkey, which is very encouraging. But as we alluded to earlier with the Keenan Allen situation, it's Keenan Allen still getting an uptick in usage. He didn't have the full camp. They're still going to be splitting a heck of a lot. And history shows when Quintin Johnston blows up and he is really productive, everybody blows their fab, starts him, and then he puts up a dud. And this upcoming matchup, it's pretty advantageous, but the Raiders actually looked really good. I believe they're playing the Raiders. I could be mistaken. It's still way too early. It's Monday as I'm recording this. Coming in at number 6. Yeah, number 6. We got Harold Fannin Jr. sticking with the Cleveland Browns, and you guys are going to see a theme. There's a theme in 3 teams predominantly in this list. He's available in 94% of your leagues. And everybody, including myself, had David Njoku as a tight end 1 or a very viable tight end. And he was spectacular. He's available in 94% of your leagues. Tight end 6 in week 1 thus far with 13.6 fantasy points. He was tied for tight end 2 in receptions. Very efficient, very reliable in check down work. And there's a lot of 12 personnel. What does 12 personnel mean? It means when you line up 2 tight ends on the field with the rest of your offense. Stefanski tends to play 12 personnel at a very high level. We're going to see him bracket it out like we just saw this past week as a slot, get more uptick in slot usage. And we saw that Joe Flacco really depended on him, really relied on him. David Njoku is going to continue to get a lot of the focus at the tight end position. Fannin is going to be roaming early and often. I like Fannin as a good stash play, especially with the history of injuries for David Njoku. The moment he gets tight end 1 usage, he's going to be a top 5 tight end in the league, and it's inevitable that David Njoku is going to miss time. All right, coming in next, we got Tyquan Thornton. And even though his stats weren't phenomenal, I believe he had 2 receptions for 42 yards. There's a lot to be encouraged by. And once again, Xavier Worthy is going to be missing some significant amount of time. And we know that Rashee Rice is going to be back after week 6. So he's available in 100% of your leagues. He played 72% of the team snaps, over 18 air yards before receiving receptions and targets, an average of 38 air yards for 4 targets. Every opportunity that we saw Tyquan Thornton get was a deep ball, a chunk ball, plays that we would love to have seen Xavier Worthy connect on, but he has filled that explosive Xavier Worthy role. We know that Patrick Mahomes now has more time with Josh Simmons, a fantastic left tackle who was wonderful in their week 1 matchup. And we know that they're going to be able to air the ball out a heck of a lot. You want the explosives. You want it in your lineup. I'm comfortable flexing Tyquan Thornton right away, right off the rip. He's going to be one of the best DFS plays this upcoming week because the touchdown upside's there and the explosive plays are up there. We saw that Patrick Mahomes focused him in those cheat code targets that we love in fantasy football. All it comes down to is they got to connect. All right, this next one, guys, We don't have a bunch of information. We didn't put all the information. Daniel Jones was pretty fantastic, but I'm going to tell you right now, heed with caution. He's number 8 because all quarterbacks who play the Miami Dolphins this year are going to be absolutely fantastic. The Miami Dolphins are a dumpster fire. We projected it. We predicted it. We even predicted that Schrader would be the kicker number 1 on the week. Nobody else had that but us. So shout out to us. We don't even do kicker content like that, but still we give you guys top-notch information. So I will say this, because Miami's such a dumpster fire and there is a plethora of weapons, even though we didn't see Josh Downs really do much, he still ran the scheme exactly how they wanted it. He's a game manager and he's going to give you game manager usage. And he's in a very advantageous situation where his schedule has some of the worst defenses in the NFL. He plays them at least twice, and he has a very advantageous schedule on the entire season. According to the Big Draft Energy algo and projections, he has the 10th most advantageous schedule amongst all quarterbacks. So he's a fantastic QB2, especially a QB2 in a super flex. You don't have to spend a heck of a lot of fab on him because I think everybody and their mother, including myself, are telling you that the Miami Dolphins is just a really, really plus advantageous matchup. Now, this next guy, once again, we don't have a lot of statistical analysis to break down why Ray McLeod is. I misspelled it too. Shout out to Ray McLeod. Ray McLeod. Shout out to him. The reason why we like Ray McLeod is Darnell Mooney missed this past weekend. Just yesterday. I don't know why I'm saying past weekend. He missed with a lingering injury, and we don't know when he's going to be back. And then Drake London went down with a pretty bad shoulder sprain. That's what they're calling it. So he may miss some time as well. This is going to create a lot of advantageous opportunities where he's going to be targeted. He is a fantastic run after the catch player. I think we're going to see him be very productive. And if Drake London misses, he's a smash start this upcoming week. Now, coming in at number 10, we actually have 2 players, and we'll talk about Michael Mayer shortly. But we'll start with Tongues. Right now, it looks like George Kittle has a hamstring injury. On average, when there's a hamstring injury like that, and still he's subject to be tested, and we haven't gotten the results of the MRI and whatnot. But with that being said, he's going to miss time, whether it's 3 weeks to an entire season. That's what we're looking at. So for the next 3 weeks, we know that Brock Purdy doesn't have a lot of receiving option at the receiver position. So he's going to have to focus them. He got lucky. He found the end zone, but with volume, with getting the number 1 reps in practice, the uptick, I'm comfortable picking up Tongues. It's just one of those guys where it's like, am I playing him over a lot of other tight ends? I don't know, but like if there's more tight end injuries, then we'll talk about it. And then another tight end injury to Brock Bowers, who was last year's rookie phenom, was absolutely phenomenal. And, Michael Mayer should be higher on the list in the rankings. But as per this morning on Good Morning Football, once again, guys, this is September 8th as I'm recording this Monday morning. All reports from Ian Rappaport in particular said that Brock Purdy was ready to return to the game. What this translates to me is, well, I mean, if Brock Purdy was ready to return, or if Brock Bowers was ready to return in his week 1 matchup where they won against New England Patriots, then surely he's going to be ready to play against the LA Chargers. I believe that's the matchup once again in week 2. And we just saw the Los Angeles Chargers give up a huge chunk to the slot position. And we saw a huge chunk play for Travis Kelce, who found the end zone. And Kelce could have had a monstrous outing, but he decided to be a monster and kill my fantasy football hopes and dreams by killing Xavier Worthy in the first series. My heart dropped when that happened. I'm still not recovered, guys. Anyways, guys, here are the top 10 waiver wire targets that you need to absolutely attack. If you enjoyed this video, if you like this content, please smash the like. Please subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our hopes and dreams of 2,000 subscribers. It would mean the absolute world to me. Appreciate you guys. We got plenty more content to provide you guys this upcoming season and this week. So make sure you guys turn those bell notifications on. Until next time, y'all, God bless you. God love you. Get these freaking waiver wire targets. Write me out. And yeah, I said meow.